Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This is Miguel Casanova, and we're going to be talking about the Steam Deck OS beta update. Now this came out on the 22nd, today is the 23rd, but I meant to cover this yesterday in my update video, but I don't know why I slipped my mind. But anyways, this is important for several reasons. I'm going to read it off line by line, and generally this is going to improve the dock experience, but one of the things that I assume is that this is going to lead to us getting the official dock very soon for the Steam Deck from Valve. And also, I do think that this is also going to be incredible for, those terrible third-party docks that we have on Amazon that do 4K 30, because so many of them are capped off at 4K 30, and this is definitely going to fix that. So let's go ahead and talk about it. It says Steam Deck OS beta update, dock mode fixes, and more. So note, this update is for the Steam Deck preview channel and includes new features that are still being tested. You can opt into this in settings, system, Steam update channel. So there's three different ones. There's the stable, there's the beta, and then there's the preview. So beta, as you already know, that's going to be like the super experimental one. Preview is a little bit more stable, but not entirely, but you do get access to a lot of things that you typically would get from the beta. And then there's stable, which is what I typically stay on, just because I don't have two Steam Decks to experiment with. I mean, technically I do, my wife has one, but I don't want to really jeopardize hers just for experimentation. I'll probably order another Steam Deck and get one to just, experiment with. But anyways, back to what we're talking about here. So basically it says add external display output resolution and refresh rate, selection UI, and display settings. Requires Steam client beta. Automatically avoid problematic resolutions like 496 by 2160 or 30 Hz modes on external displays. Improved frame pacing when compositing, such as when FSR is enabled. Improved touch, detouch detection speeds. Fixed in-game camera control issues when using a physical mouse. Fixed aspect ratio and resolution not properly switching in the Steam UI after reconnecting an external monitor, which has been an issue I've run into so many times. Fix a scenario where an SD card format operation could fail, and also fix an issue where frames could drop on external displays at lower refresh rates. Fix an issue where small touches would be ignored on edges of some trackpads. Fix unsolicited random haptic events. Fix boot tone volume to be equalized across models. Modify USB descriptors to support controller navigation EFI menu at boot. Now, why this is important is because, like I said, I do think the official Steam Deck dock is going to be coming before the year ends, and especially what we saw at Tokyo Game Show, right? Now, why that's important is I think what they've been trying to do is get the OS, or the software, when you go into docked mode, to not have as many issues. Because think back on it, those of us who had it from like day one all the way up to Q2 and the early parts of Q3 had a rough experience with the Steam Deck dock, or Steam Deck, the third-party docks that were docking it. It was really, really rough. So I think before they released the official dock, they just wanted to get this as close to perfect, not exactly picture perfect, but as close to perfect as they possibly could. And so here we go. Like they're working on it. So when they're automatically avoiding, like it says, like resolutions like 496 by 2160, I've run into that many times when I'm docking to my 4K monitor. It just does that. And then when I was using those terrible third-party docks from like all those companies on Amazon, they do 4K 30. They advertise 4K 60, but it's 4K 30. And even when you do 1080, it doesn't recognize they can do 1080 60. It'll just do 1080 30 as well. So that is going to be a great update for it. And then also them fixing the external display output resolution and refresh rate, selection UI, so you can go into the settings and you can change it within it. I know you could do something like that by going to like what you want the games to be set out before you launch the game. But now that you can go and set that, and this is in preview, this is probably very soon going to be coming to official launch for official OS update. But that's going to fix a lot of the issues right there as well. So that's something I just really I thought was important. Plus, the other thing I want to talk about here is the SD card format operation failing. So I ran into a lot of that, depending on like certain SD cards I've used, like a couple of XRs I've used, where it would just fail with formatting. So I'm glad that they fixed that. Hopefully it's not as big of an issue as it's been. Anyways, I just want to talk about that. I definitely do think we're going to get the official dock coming soon. And with this right here, I guess I'll go ahead and just put mine in preview so I can test this out with my JSOC docks and a couple other docks I have and USB hubs. Like I've got this one right here from Anchor. I'll test it out. Even though they do 4K 60 easily, I still want to test it out and see like how that works. Plus, other thing I want to try out is how it works with games in dock mode, and if they do run a lot smoother. I know Cyberpunk 2077 was one that I had a lot of issues with in dock mode. It was very, not as best as it could be, but we'll see. Yeah, that's all I want to say in this. If you enjoyed this, make sure you like it, share it with someone you think it would find it, valuable. And make sure you check out Decked Up, Steam Deck Podcast, available on all podcasting outlets. Yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.